Welcome back, everyone. Today, we're jumping right into an explainer of Session 21 from Steve Green's fantastic book, Financial Health in the 30 Steps. Our whole mission right now is to unlock some proven, completely safe, and most importantly, sustainable ways to actually increase your income. It's an absolutely crucial step, especially if you're feeling totally overwhelmed by debt or just the sheer chaos of your finances. Okay, let's dive into this. You can only cut so much. Honestly, those words just hit right at the core of budget fatigue, don't they? I mean, you cancel your streaming services, you meal prep like a machine, you basically become the CEO of your own grocery list. But eventually, you just hit a ceiling. There's only so much you can cut. Today, we're going to prove that your fixed paycheck is definitely not your destiny, and we're going to break right through those limits. So, here's our roadmap for this explainer. First, we'll look at the limits of budgeting. Second, the rules for sustainable income. Third, fast money versus skill money. Fourth, growing your current paycheck. And finally, we'll wrap up with your 30-day action plan. All right, kicking things off with Section 1, the limits of budgeting and why, frankly, the math can sometimes just be unfair. Listen, income expansion, not just endless, miserable restriction, is your true secret weapon. You have to understand that there is absolutely nothing wrong with your discipline. Sometimes the math simply doesn't work in your favor, and you just need to add a brand new variable to the equation. Think about the number 2,400 for a second. We're not talking about making a CEO's salary here. Just an extra $200 a month isn't just pocket change. That translates to $2,400 a year. To put that into perspective, that amount can completely wipe out an irritating credit card balance and build up a serious financial buffer for your peace of mind. Because let's face it, earning more is primarily a massive mindset battle. A lot of us just kind of assume our income is fixed, like the weather, totally out of our control. And constant budget cuts, well, they make us feel punished. But income expansion, that awakens this incredible sense of control and power. It literally stops the cycle of financial panic right in its tracks. Moving right along to Section 2, Rules for Sustainable Income and How to Build Real Stability. Now, I know you're likely exhausted. Taking on more work sounds daunting, right? The fear of exhaustion is a massive roadblock. And that is exactly why we need to firmly, completely reject the toxic myth of hustle culture. You know the drill: the 4 a.m. alarms, the nonstop grind, and the inevitable crushing burnout. No thanks. Instead, we're aiming for what Steve calls strategic stability. We want small, clever income systems that fit painlessly into your actual lifestyle. They should act as a seamless extension of your day, definitely not a punishment. So, the crucial point here is establishing firm boundaries right out of the gate. Your new income stream must be 3 things: ethical, legal, and sustainable, period. Heavily avoid those predatory, easy money scams. I'm talking about MLM traps where they swear it's just network marketing, or those really shady crypto pitches. Scammers intentionally prey on people experiencing financial stress. Rule of thumb: if it promises overnight wealth with zero effort, it's a trap. Run the other way. Which brings us to Section 3, fast money versus skill money. Let's figure out what your specific style is. Okay, so our first bucket is what we call fast money. This includes things like selling unused items online, doing some weekend dog walking, babysitting, maybe small handyman tasks if you're handy. What's great here is these require practically zero setup. They generate immediate cash flow, and they don't force you to build a whole complicated business from scratch. Honestly, just clearing out clutter and selling it online is a genius, stress-free way to grab some quick wins. You literally just clean your house and someone pays you for the stuff that was just gathering dust anyway. Now, what's really interesting is contrasting that first bucket with our second one, skill money. Think along the lines of virtual assistant work, tutoring, freelance writing, or maybe some basic web design. With this bucket, you're leveraging talents you already possess. Using your existing skills ethically increases your real value in the marketplace, rather than just adding to your workload. This creates a stable, long-term side stream. You might start with just one client a month, and then it organically grows into a really solid pillar for your budget. All right, on to Section 4, growing your current paycheck and finding those hidden opportunities right where you are. Sometimes the highest return on your time lies right under your nose without even needing to change careers. And this brilliantly illustrates the power of being your own advocate. You can request overtime shifts, negotiate a raise, or apply for a higher paying internal role. People massively, and I mean massively, overestimate the risk of just asking for more money. Sometimes you really just have to ask. Even a tiny hourly bump creates a stunning difference when you stretch it over an entire year. And honestly, a lot of employers actually expect you to negotiate. Let's move on and see how all of this builds into our final strategy. And finally, Section 5, your 30-day action plan. Let's execute this thing. All right, I want you to imagine you've got a pen in your hand as we build out your interactive checklist right now. Welcome to the $100 sprint. Here's the plan. Choose just one fast money option. Then choose one skill money option. Next, explore one job-based opportunity we just talked about. And finally, set one small, totally realistic 30-day target. Doing this changes everything. Suddenly, income growth isn't just some vague, wishy-washy New Year's resolution. It becomes a clear, scheduled project that you can actually check off a list. We're going to end this explainer with a really vital question for you to ponder. Every extra dollar I earn is buying me what? What is your personal purpose statement? Is it peace of mind? Is it getting to debt freedom faster? Or maybe just basic security? Whatever it is, define it clearly in your head right now. When you tie your extra effort to a deep, personal sense of purpose, I promise you, you will have absolutely unstoppable energy. Thanks so much for joining me today, and good luck mastering your new, expanded budget. You've got this.